The Seven Wonders of the Ancient World, also known as the Seven Wonders of the World or simply the Seven Wonders, is a list of 7 notable structures present during classical antiquity. The first known list of 7 wonders dates back to the 21st century BC, 1. The Pyramids of Giza, 2. Hanging Gardens of Babylon, 3. Temple of Artemis, 4. Statue of Zeus, 5. Mausoleum at Halicarnassus, 6. Colossus of Rhodes, 7. Lighthouse of Alexandria. The pyramids of Giza date back over 4,500 years when they were built for the 3 ancient pharaohs Khufu, Khafre, and Menkaure. They were built as massive tombs and were the tallest standing man-made structures for thousands of years. Egypt's pharaohs expected to become gods in the afterlife. To prepare for the next world, they erected temples to the gods and massive pyramid tombs for themselves. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the largest Egyptian pyramid and the tomb of 4th dynasty pharaoh Khufu, built in the early 26th century BC during a period of around 27 years. The pyramid is the oldest of the 7 wonders of the ancient world, and the only one to remain largely intact. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon are considered one of the 7 ancient wonders of the world, the reason being its marvelous architecture and water engineering system for the irrigation of the garden, which was built in a way that it seemed to be hanging from the sky. According to one legend, the Hanging Gardens were built alongside a grand palace known as the Marvel of Mankind, by the Neo-Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar II, who ruled between 605 and 562 BC, for his Median wife, Queen Imidus, because she missed the green hills and valleys of her homeland. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon was built in 600 BC and was destroyed by earthquake in 226 BC. The Temple of Artemis, Artemision, was located near the ancient city of Ephesus, about 75 kilometers, 47 miles, south from the modern port city of Izmir. Temple of Artemis, also called Artemisium, Temple at Ephesus, now in western Turkey, that was one of the 7 wonders of the world. The temple had 127 columns, each with a height of 60 feet. The second time the temple was burned to the ground was by Herostratus. The Temple of Artemis may have been the first ever building that was constructed of marble. The temple was rebuilt for the 3rd time but destroyed again in 268 AD. The statue, almost 12 meters, 40 feet, high and plated with gold and ivory, represented the god sitting on an elaborate cedarwood throne ornamented with ebony, ivory, gold, and precious stones. The statue of Zeus at Olympia was a giant seated figure, about 12.4 meters, 41 feet, tall, made by the Greek sculptor Phidias around 435 BC at the sanctuary of Olympia, Greece, and erected in the Temple of Zeus there. Zeus is the sky and thunder god in ancient Greek religion, who rules as king of the gods of Mount Olympus. Mausoleum of Halicarnassus, Halicarnassus, also spelled Halicarnassos, one of the 7 wonders of the world. The monument was the tomb of Mausolus, ruler of Caria, in southwestern Asia Minor. It was built in his capital city, Halicarnassus, between about 353 and 351 by his sister and widow, Artemisia II. The Colossus was a huge statue built to honor the ancient Greek god of the sun, Helios. The people of the city of Rhodes in Greece were saved from a terrible siege and built the statue between the years 292–280 BCE to celebrate their survival. The statue stood for 54 years until a 226 BC earthquake caused significant damage to large portions of Rhodes, including the harbor and commercial buildings, which were destroyed. The statue snapped at the knees and fell over onto land. The lighthouse was intended to guide protect sailors. To that end was dedicated to Zeus Soter, the Deliverer. Around 300 BCE Ptolemy I Soter, r. 323 to 282 BCE, the lighthouse was used to guide thousands of ships safely into the harbor. During the day, a reflective mirror on the top level of the lighthouse would reflect the sunlight to guide the ships. At night, a fire was used instead. It's said that it was so effective that it could be seen from 100 miles out to sea.